Hi guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are well and I hope you guys are staying safe. Guys, let me first start my ranting. Okay, before I rant, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Ayotola, creative director of So Unique Adunni and the content creator of this YouTube channel DIY with So Unique Adunni. And this channel was created just for you to teach you lots of sewing crafts and projects that you can do from the comfort of your home. Sometimes I dabble to arts and crafts, however my focus is on sewing. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in, definitely subscribe, and all you need to do is hit the subscribe button right here please, as well as the notification bell so that you can be a part of this awesome family. All right, we'll wait for you. Thank you so much for subscribing, and if you haven't, okay, subscribe again please. Subscribe guys, please subscribe. Thank you so much guys. And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. You guys are my OGs. You guys know how much I care about you. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for being consistent. So before we get into the video and before we get into my rant, a couple of housekeeping notes. First things first, shout out to the subscriber of the week, Veronica Wiggins. Thank you so much for being a part of this family. Thank you for being consistent. Veronica has been with us from the get-go. I remember that she's always been supportive, always, leaving comments, watching the videos, sharing. I am so grateful for you. I'm grateful for everyone in this community. Thank you so much for being a part of this community. The second note is that YouTube now has super thanks on shorts. They've always had super thanks on videos, but in case you don't know, super thanks is a feature to support the creators and the channels that you care about, to keep them going. So it's a way of giving like some money to the creators that you care about and to the channels that you care about. So please, if you've ever considered using super thanks or super chat, please go ahead and do that. It just helps me a little more by giving me some money, and it all adds up, and I'm very grateful for that. So go ahead and use the super chat feature on the shorts, on the videos, on the lives. I'm going to do some lives very soon as well, so please go ahead and do that. Okay guys, my rants. This is the third time I'm filming this video, so I'm back to using my phone. Cause I got a camera recently and I was going to use the camera, but camera is stressing my life. I recorded, for some reason the audio wasn't recording, and then when it did, there was just something going on with it, and I need to figure that out. But I can't wait, because today's Saturday and the video is coming out tomorrow, so I couldn't be bothered to figure it out now. So that's how I left the camera where the camera is. It's literally just there looking at me because I'm upset, but left that for now. I will figure that out at my spare time. So guys, I'm going to be looking at my iPad from time to time because I've got a couple of notes here. But the topic for today is we're going to be comparing, or basically I should say, the differences between knowing the fashion business in the UK and the fashion business in Nigeria. So I don't know how many of you know, but I used to live in Nigeria and I recently moved to the UK. I'll say about almost 2 years now. So I went to the UK and I don't do my fashion business here. I do have to say that I am in school, so I'm not allowed to. You cannot be self-employed when you are here on a student visa. Let's be clear guys. So I don't do it here. However, I'm finishing school soon and I like to plan ahead. So I've actually been doing my research, and obviously I have friends who are also in fashion, in the fashion industry. So I've spoken to them and I've kind of collected information from them, and that's why I'm able to share all of this with you. So I've got, like I said, I've got my notepad here, and I basically just kind of asked on Instagram what you guys wanted to know and if you guys had any questions. And then my friend Isiswa, she actually dropped a really intelligent question, and I felt, you know what, this question is probably great enough to be the whole video, because I wanted to go into details in the video and I don't want it to be too long. So Isiswa, hi babes, she asked, what are some differences in the dynamics of running the business in Nigeria versus the UK? So again, one of the things I wanted to say and make sure that you guys hear is that I don't have a fashion business in the UK yet. I am planning on starting one, but at the moment I don't have one. But I do have friends, so I can give you up-to-date information. However, just so that you guys you're aware, and just so that everyone on this channel or everyone in this community is not shooting themselves in the foot, please make sure that your immigration status, your residence permit, or your visa status allows you to be self-employed before you go ahead and do self-employed stuff, so that you don't violate the terms of your visa. So make sure that you do that. It's very important. So the first thing I wanted to say is based on the differences between the UK and Nigeria, and a lot of this ties to monetary values. I understand that Nigeria is a different country, and the UK is entirely different in terms of the economies and all of that. I do understand that. The minimum wage, I am studying business management, so I know about finance and all of that. However, there's no way to do this comparison without actually talking about it as well. So I'm going to talk about it from the perspective of what the earning power, the purchasing power is, and I feel like, yeah, you guys get the gist. Yeah. So the first thing I have here is, I feel like it is cheaper to get a physical structure in Nigeria. So when you think about it, in Nigeria, the rent system is per annum usually, and in the UK, the rent system is monthly, right? It is cheaper to get a place because in Nigeria, again, like I said, the rent system is per annum. So even if you're in a place like Ibadan, for instance, you can probably get a 3-bedroom apartment or a 5-bedroom apartment from anything from like 1 to 1.5 or 2 million, right? And it will be in a good location as well. So maybe not like the prime, but it will probably be in a different. I even think that you probably would get with 2 million. I'm actually convinced that you might get somewhere in Bodija or in like Alalubosa or something. So yeah, it might be like, you know, really nice location, but in Lagos it may be a bit more expensive. However, in the UK it's different. Like I said, I live in London, so I can speak about London because I did do like a quick Google search before this video, and I'm telling you that to get a studio, not a 3-bedroom or a studio place, like just a studio space, will come anything from 700 to 1,700 pounds to 1,000 pounds per month, guys, not per annum, per month. So every month you're gonna chuck out 700 pounds to 1,000 pounds. Meanwhile, in Nigeria, you just need about 2 million to do that for like a 3-bedroom. You get a larger space for the whole year. So even if you wanted to get the same space in Nigeria, I think like with 500k you'll be able to get that. So essentially, if you have a good business and you've been able to tap into the international market of your business, that means that your 1 month salary or 1 month, you know, profit, if you're doing really well, you can actually just pay for your rent. However, in this place, you pay every single month. So you pay 700 to 1,000 pounds every single month. And if you think about that from a year perspective, that comes up to about 8,000 something pounds, 8,400 pounds if it's 700 per year, or even like a lot more, like 10,000, 12,000 if it's 1,000 pounds, and it could get more depending on how big your space that you want as well. So it's definitely easier to get a physical structure in Nigeria, and also cheaper to get a physical structure in Nigeria. Now the second thing that I have here is labor is cheaper in Nigeria. Now, I don't know if you've ever wondered, but why do you have all the shops or all the stores that are UK brands, why do they have their production outsourced in a different country? It's because it's cheaper. Labor is cheaper. That's why most of them go to China to produce all their outfits. So if you think about it from this perspective, even Grassfields, I don't know if you guys know Grassfields, but on Instagram they produce from like African countries. So labor is cheaper. Now again, I do have to say that I'm all for paying people fairly. I feel like the minimum wage in Nigeria is absolute crap, and nobody should be earning just minimum wage. If you have staff, at least pay them a little bit more than that, just because again, like I said, the minimum wage can anyone can barely get by with that. So I just want you guys to know that I'm just saying it here, you should pay your workers fairly. However, in a place like Nigeria, the minimum wage is like 30k. Even if you pay your workers like 50k and you have a good business, you can afford to have like 2 or 1 staff or 3 staff depending on what you have. When I was in Nigeria, I had staff every single time. However, here the minimum wage in London is £9.50 or £9 something. So if they work for me for 8 hours a day, that's almost £80, and in a month that's almost 1,000 something pounds. As a student right now, I'm not even earning that, do you understand? So that's another thing to note. So the next thing I have here on the list, so again, labor is definitely cheaper. I just wanted to put that out there. Now, if you don't agree with me, guys, also if you disagree with me or you agree, let me know in the comment section. Please keep it respectful. Just let me know. Let's have a conversation. Let's keep it going in the comments, okay? Now, the next thing I have here is machines are way cheaper in Nigeria, guys, way cheaper. So I remember in 2017 when I first got my first industrial sewing machine, my father got it for me. Thanks, Daddy. He got it for me, and it was about 100,000 naira. So yes, it was not necessarily cheap, but I mean, it's not like he had to struggle. He got it, he got the machine for me. I am grateful for my dad. He got a lot of my stuff for me. My first sewing machine, proper one, and my first industrial one, my first one. Yeah, he's awesome like that. So my first sewing machine, my dad got it for me, and it was about 100,000. And when I was living in Nigeria, I sold that same sewing machine for 110,000 naira. So essentially, I sold it even a bit more than I got it. Here, I have a sewing machine the other day. I was looking at it and it was like 500 pounds. So it is kind of expensive if you think about it. I don't know. I think it's expensive. Even to get a very basic like sewing machine, you need about like 200 or 300 pounds. When I say basic, something that can actually sew denim, not like the ones that will be on their last legs and dying when you're about to sew denim. There's so many machines like that. When you see them, they're on their last legs when they are sewing denim. So if you're looking to get a sewing machine, I have to say this now. Let me plug it in, and this is not a paid ad, but I use the Adunni sewing machine, Adunni HD 90. Actually, let me see what it's called. Is it called HD 90? And it's a really good sewing machine. It literally just sews like butter, and it like through layers of fabric. Because anyway, to be fair, it is a professional sewing machine, and it sews like butter through layers. So definitely consider getting that if you are looking to get a sewing machine. I'm trying to find a name for you guys, but it is the Adunni HD9. Yes, I was correct. So it's the HD9 sewing machine. Really good machine. Love it so much. I have an unboxing video that I'll release soon for you guys. But yeah, even that machine is not cheap, but I will put the link in the description box of this video as well, so you guys can check it out if you guys wanted to get it. Yeah, so definitely machines are way cheaper in Nigeria. Now, another thing I wanted to say is repairs. Shout out to Aloma. So Aloma is the person that used to do my repairs and my servicing in Nigeria. And I remember at the time he'll come like once every quarter, and when he comes I'll probably give him like 15-20k or whatever for the day, right? And including the like price I needed for the oil and whatever, like the amount needed for the oil. But you see here, the charge per hour, depending on what's wrong with your machine, it could be anything from like 12 pounds to about 15 pounds, and yet what I will take it there and you know that will bring it back. There's no home service, right? So all of those luxuries that we enjoyed, you don't have here. So definitely it's easier to repair and service your machine in Nigeria. Easier and cheaper. They come to you, they do everything. I know that yes, there's the stress of having to deal with artisans, which is like, Aloma, where are you? Mr. This thing, where are you now? Where's the machine? I need it back. Oh, you said you were gonna come at 1. I want to sew this outfit, right? I get that comes with its own problems as well, but it is definitely cheaper. So guys, I hope you guys are okay. Grab a cup of coffee, grab a glass of wine, because we're going to be chit chatting for a little bit more. I don't want to keep this too long, but we're going to be chatting for a lot more. And if you haven't subscribed, I'm pausing this to say subscribe. Yes, you subscribe. Okay, moving on. The next thing I have here is fabrics are cheaper. Guys, fabrics are cheaper. I'm just gonna tell you that fabrics are cheaper. I went to Shepherd's Bush today and I got fabric. I got skin toned mesh, and I think it's £6 per meter. Thread, £1 per meter, and £1 per piece rather. Sewing machine needle is like £1.50 for a pack of 5. Duchess, so Duchess with a crepe back, the real good authentic Duchess, £10 per meter. I know I used to buy Dodgers in Nigeria. I went at the time 1,000 per yard, and obviously I know that it's gone up now, but I don't even think it's up to 1.5. But you get the gist. You get the gist. £10 per meter. But yeah. So fabrics are definitely cheaper in Nigeria. Every time I have like family coming, I always like beg them, please bring fabric for me. Please just help me. Bring Ankara for me. Bring whatever. Just because it is cheaper in Nigeria. Yeah. Cotton lining is about £3.50 per meter here. So all of those things. However, when it comes to like flipping it the other way, when you want to sell, your selling price is higher here. You can place a higher selling price on your products here in the UK than you can in Nigeria. So basically my products, if I was going to sew something in Nigeria like Ashoebi, I probably would charge it like maybe like 70k or 60k or something, depending on how extravagant it is. However, here I probably say I will not charge anybody less than £200, which is why I have not been sewing, because people don't want to pay that. So people are going to be like, I have someone in Nigeria that will sew it for you, so they'll go and meet their Nigerian tailors, which is fine. I get it, but then from my perspective, it takes me about 8 hours or so, whatever to make the outfit from start to finish. I have to go to Shepherd's Bush, which is not close to me, go to the market, buy everything, pay for the stuff as well. I'm not left with much. I'm not. So that's one thing to consider when you're pricing people down, guys. Now, the next thing I was going to say is you have access to more brand deals when you are here than when you're in Nigeria. And we have to be honest, I remember my first brand deal when I was in Nigeria. It was with a company called Technical Foundations, and they are based in America. It cost them ×2 of the price of the products to send me the product from the US to Nigeria, and it was so stressful. Like, it took like weeks, and then it was just so stressful, guys. So yeah, it's easier to get brand deals here. I'm a partner with Genome, so yeah, I genuinely use Genome machines, and I genuinely love them, guys. I have to say that yeah, the lovely people at Genome sent me 2 machines, and they've been a game changer for me. So love it. So yeah, definitely get brand deals here. I choose brands that, you know, I like and they appeal to me, so I'm very particular about the brands that I work with. And the last thing that I have on my notes is the fact that you have structures in place that work and make your life easier in the UK. So when I say structures, you're not worrying about artisans that are not delivering when they're supposed to be delivering. You can order things online and be sure that it's kind of like what you ordered. You don't have to be careful. You don't have to worry about power supply, guys. So one of the big things for Nigerians is, I know that, you know, we spend a lot on the petrol, on filling your generator, and because you don't have lights, sometimes you want to do something, you have to turn on the generator, or you have to wait till they bring lights. Even if it's like 2 a.m, you have to wait till they do it, right? However, when you're here, you don't have to think about things like that, because you know that they always have power supply. And I think that, yes, we cannot overestimate the importance of that, or you cannot underestimate the importance of that. You cannot underestimate the importance of that. It is very, very, very important to always have power supply, especially when you're in our line of business. So yeah, those are some of the things that I find that are key differences. If you guys agree with me, let me know in the comment section. If you disagree with me, let me know in the comment section as well. Keep it respectful, keep it polite. Let's keep the conversations going. Was there anything that you felt like I missed out? Let me know. Alright guys, we've come to the very end of this video. Thank you so much for watching to the end. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it was worth your while. If you did enjoy this video, guys, I don't know what happened to me. If you did enjoy this video, please give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to leave your comments, suggestions, and feedback in the comment sections below. We will speak, or we'll see soon. I have a couple of exciting videos for you guys over the course of February, and it's going to be our Valentine's Day series. Are you guys as excited as I am? Do you have any plans? Let me know. All right guys, thank you so much for listening to me rant, and enjoy your day. I will see you guys soon. Bye.